The Chiefs have dropped their home opener and they're now 0-2 on the young season. We asked Chiefs Kingdom what your questions and concerns were about going into week 3. Let's talk about it.
As always, if you're enjoying the content, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to the first question here from Milk Edit. It says, how much does the absence in running ability affect the offense?
That's a great question, Milk's Edit. Love the name. I think it does affect it a lot, to be honest. We want the passing game. We want to take deep shots. We seen that yesterday late to Tyquan Thornton. Patrick Mahomes overshot one, but he hit one late in the game, and that kind of made up for it. His deep ball accuracy has been pretty bad. A lot of people want to see this get fixed going forward, but I think a lot of this stems from the running game. The running game is non-existent. In 2024, the Chiefs averaged 21 carries per game, and so far this year, we're only managing to get about 15 carries per game. Pacheco's just not seeing the holes anymore. He's not doing it. Matt Nagy is basically calling horrible plays, or Andy. I don't know who's doing it at this point, but whoever's doing it, it's stale. It needs to be fixed. People are saying Patrick Mahomes is the running game, right? He's got almost 100 yards. He's leading the team, whatever. It's a little misleading. Patrick Mahomes is getting out of the pocket on busted plays. These aren't design run plays. The design run plays are to the running backs. And guess what? It's the same old stale 2nd down and 8 delayed handoff. It's the inside zone right to Pacheco on 2nd down and 9. It's not working here. I don't know what the Chiefs can do to fix this, but I feel like the entire thing revolves around the play calling more than it does anything. It just does not feel as though the Chiefs have any fresh ideas in the tank at this moment.
Yeah, man, the way I see it is they've got to switch up the entire idea of how they use the run game and the way they execute it. To me, all of the delayed handoffs, misdirection, zone blocking schemes, all of that kind of stuff, it's just not working. It develops too slow. They need to have Kareem Hunt in there taking the bulk of the carries and just doing an old school smash mouth run game. He's the guy that sees the holes that the line creates. Isaiah Pacheco's field vision is not very good, and it's not getting any better. Kareem Hunt's that guy that needs to get a lot of the carries. I'd like to see him get at least 15 carries alone by himself, and then bring in Isaiah Pacheco or Brashard Smith on 3rd down just to be that change of pace back that can also receive out of the backfield. That's also a wrinkle that we're missing, is just passing the ball to the running backs. It's not happening at all, and that's something that Andy Reid kind of mixed in with his run game in the previous years, and now we're just kind of seeing it being so stagnant that he's just getting away from the running game altogether. I think that's a big part of the reason why the offense as a whole hasn't looked as good. It's not smooth. It's not opening up anything in the pass game. We're just very, very one-dimensional, and I think they do have to figure out the run game soon, or else we're going to see more of the same.
And that's going to lead us to our next question by Beef Shirky. He says, new running back?
First and foremost, shout out Beef Shirky there for being a member. You can be a member too for $4.99 a month. Just go over to join.allchiefedup.com. But do we need a new running back? I don't think so. I think that Andy Reid won't use them if we got a new one. I think that's the big problem here. I don't think it's necessarily the running backs we have. Granted, they're not great. It would be nice to have like a home run hitting, top of the line, top tier running back. But I just don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Since Andy Reid has been here, the only one that we've ever had is Jamal Charles, who was there when he got here. So I don't think Andy has any interest in getting one of those guys. We won a Super Bowl with Damian Williams. We won a Super Bowl with Isaiah Pacheco. I don't think Andy values it that much, and I don't think Brett Veach values it that much. So we have what we have. Now let's figure out how to use it. The run game's very, very predictable when we do run the ball. I think Isaiah Pacheco probably needs to play a lot less. He only averaged 2.2 yards per carry yesterday against the Eagles. That's not the kind of production we can get out of our running back and expect teams to even respect it. I think we got to go with Kareem Hunt and figure the rest out from there.
Yeah, I absolutely think that there's a problem here with the running back position, but I don't think the Chiefs are going to address it. Could they possibly try to do something? Maybe. But I just do not see it. I don't see us giving up any draft capital for a running back. Again, Andy is in a position right now where he's not even wanting to use running backs very often. Since Jerick McKinnon left, we have yet to find a guy that could come in and play that role. I thought Samaje Perine done a good job last year. We didn't even try to retain him in the offseason. So it looks like they wanted to go with Brashard Smith. And that's cool and all, but here it has been 2 weeks and they're not really even getting him into the offense at all. I think he could have helped the passing game. I think he's a big play, explosive kid with a lot of change of direction. Isaiah Pacheco's got that a little bit, but he's just not fast enough to hit that edge that he wants to bounce out to all the time. His vision is so bad that it's hard to watch sometimes. Kareem Hunt is opposite. He's got great vision, but he's just getting a little older and he's never been that fast running back. So we're like a catch-22 here. I think Brashard Smith is a little bit of both. We just have to trust the kid a little bit more. I think Brashard Smith is the key going forward if Andy will just decide to rely on him.
Yeah, but when I really think about it, I think there is one move that Brett Veach could really kick the tires on. We know he likes to poke and prod and figure out some things and maybe make some moves to improve the team. There's a team in Miami that's not doing well at all. We've talked about trading for Tyreek Hill a lot, but there's another guy on the team that I think could benefit us just as much as Tyreek Hill, and that's Devon Achane. Maybe they would let up on him. They drafted him a few years back, and they've continued to keep drafting running backs, so they have some youth there that apparently they saw something in, but they're playing so bad right now, they might take some draft capital for Devon Achane, who I think would fit in the Andy Reid offense more than just about any other running back in the entire league outside of James Cook, who's wrapped up with Buffalo. You guys let me know down in the comments who you think Brett Veach should look at and try to make a deal for if it's possible to bring in a running back from the outside at this juncture in the season. Also, ultimately, we need to remember how Andy Reid will even use new pieces when they come in mid-season. I mean, last year we got DeAndre Hopkins and we never even used him. And we see, obviously, he still had some stuff left in the tank when you see his play with the Ravens right now. So would it even be beneficial to bring in a running back? And that's going to move us along to the real CJ here. He asked, what we going to do about Trav? That's a great freaking question, real CJ. I think there's an actual problem there and we need to talk about it.
CJ, look at me. This pains me. But honestly, I don't know what the hell to do about Travis Kelce. I think he obviously looks better this season than he did last year. Is that saying much? Not really. He looked like death coming out of camp last year. It was horrible. Me and Steve were there. We watched it. It took him 45 minutes to walk off the field. He looks like he's in much better shape. 100%. I think he's looked better through these first two games than maybe at any point last year. But he's having mental mistake after mental mistake, and these mental errors are costing the Chiefs now. Again, he took the blame for the Worthy thing. I don't know really who it was at fault, but there was some fault there more than likely. Worthy's gone now. He gets to this game, he lets up a touchdown that he tips up in the air, and the guy returns it. In week one, he stops running on a route. Mahomes misses the touchdown. It's been 2 weeks, 2 missed touchdowns by Travis Kelce. It doesn't feel like his head is still in the game. It really does not. Only Travis can answer this. I really don't know. The thing I struggle with is the fact that we paid Noah Gray last year before the season, give him a nice little contract to extend him for 3 or 4 more years. And here we are a year and 2 games in, and we're still yet to use Noah Gray. If Noah Gray is not the answer, then why are we not using Big Bob Tonyan, who made the roster? Jared Wiley looked to be healthy all through camp. We're still not putting Jared Wiley in and giving him a shot. So if we're not going to use these guys and we're going to only rely on Travis Kelce, I think this is exactly what you're going to get going forward. I think you're going to have a lot more mental mistakes because Travis just doesn't seem to be in the game right now.
Yeah, CJ, that pretty much sums it up. Travis Kelce's problem right now is all mental. I think, like Mike said, he's looking much better than last season. He's actually looked like a pretty good weapon so far, but you can't make those kind of mental mistakes. He's left 14 points hanging on the board, and it's kind of an accountability thing like we talked about with Jawan Taylor. How many times can guys make the same mistakes over and over again, mental mistakes I'm talking about, and not be held accountable for it? And I understand there's not much you can do about Travis Kelce, a 14-year veteran or whatever he is by now. But the thing is, you do have other tight end options, and we're not going to them. I think the only thing you can do is pull some snaps away from Travis and give some more to Noah Gray and just see how that works out. Maybe you don't have to do that for long before Travis gets back out there and cleans it up a little bit. But I don't really know what to do at this point. You all get in the comments. Let me know what you think they should do about Travis Kelce.
I'll say this one last thing. Travis Kelce makes the touchdown in week 1 and not that mental mistake. if he catches this touchdown in week 2 versus the Eagles, the Chiefs are probably 2-0 right now, not 0-2. And our last question of the day goes to Ryan's Gaming Channel. He says, is it time to panic? Straight to the point there from Ryan. Ryan, short answer for me is no. We're 2 weeks in. I know a lot of Eagles fans were dancing on our graves yesterday, acting like this is the end of everything. Mahomes has lost 3 straight games. Oh, God, it's the end of the world. But I don't think you can give up on a team of this caliber 2 weeks into a 17-game season. More than likely, probably what's going to happen is we're going to continue to grind, continue to get healthy, continue to figure this offense out. I think Spag's defense is going to continue to get better going forward. They played a hell of a game yesterday. Jalen Hurts had less passing yards than his coach. Sirianni had a 34-yard pass on the flag toss there. So, I mean, I think it's probably coming together, and I think it could be sooner than later. Are we still going to have struggles? Absolutely, but I think we figured out a way to at least win the West. I think the Chiefs are still going to get into the playoffs. I think they're going to get to the AFC Championship game because we always do. And more than likely, we're going to beat the piss out of Josh Allen and the Bills or Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. And meanwhile, the Eagles, as crazy as they are and as loud as they want to be, they're going to be watching the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Is it time to panic? It looks like a lot of you guys already are, but I would say slow it down just a little bit because I really feel confident about the Chiefs going forward. I think a lot of you see how big of an improvement they made from week 1 to week 2 on the defensive side of the ball. That was a good thing to see. The Eagles have a good offense. They always move the ball well, and the Chiefs holding them to literally pretty much nothing. I think that was a good sign from our defense. We saw some good play from our young guys. Omar Norman-Lott, he did a lot to build on. You also got to see Noah Williams out there making a critical play in the secondary. So I do think that we have the pieces to keep moving forward. And the more that Spag's defense is kind of gelled together throughout the year, it's a trend. They always get better towards the end of the season. The offensive side of the ball also looked like they figured a few things out. It wasn't great. It's not what we wanted to see. We would like to see them utilize the run game more and all of that. But I do think that there's a trend on that side of the ball too. They want to push the ball down the field. They talk about it all offseason every year. They have the opportunity to do that now. I think you saw yesterday that Tyquan Thornton is a legit threat in the deep passing game. We just have to take our shots. I think we took like 2 to him yesterday, maybe 3. I think there needs to be at least 5 to Tyquan Thornton every game because that's going to be one that's going to pay off. And just think about when they get Xavier Worthy back on the other side of the ball and Rashee Rice back, who has that middle of the field on lock. It's going to be ugly for some defenses. So I really think once Pat gets that deep ball accuracy down and we're full strength at the wide receiver core, I think this offense could be pretty lethal if they can figure out how to utilize the run game and make teams respect that whatsoever.
Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the questions. You guys let us know in our comment section what you would do in these situations and what your answers would be to these. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for commenting, sharing this with a friend. We'll catch you next time. Go Chiefs.